Hey everybody, flipping wall dog here. Just walked into, actually I think I stayed for a while in this bedroom, lived here, I first moved. I don't remember, walk everything out. It's like Christmas presents, I just nonchalantly threw, probably should not throw them. I heard a sad story, apparently, some of the Christmas presents that my grandma ordered got stolen off her doorstep. Supposedly, at least that's what she mentioned. Makes me sad. But last time I slept in this bed, there was an enemy. There was an enemy chihuahua that was hogging the whole bed. So I am reminiscent of that, and I do miss that little bugger. But I am complacent and thrilled to not have anybody else in this bed I'm about to lay down in. I am tired. My body's pretty worn out. And I was thinking about taking a nap, but I probably won't be able to sleep. Because, I don't know. Pretty sure as soon as I lay down, I'll just rest or whatever. Not really sleep. So, yeah, I'm at my grandparents' house. Just chilling. Got to see my stepmother and cousin. And was watching football with my grandparents. Talked about my life a little bit. Bicycle. Talk about ladies. Talk about some guys I knew. Watched the tail end of a football game, like I said, and ate a bowl of chili. A little stressed out, emotionally tired, because I had to contain myself a little bit, because I clearly don't really like, just not in the mood for, you ever just like not in the mood to put on a face, because politics, family politics, and like it takes a lot of energy out of me to do that. But it was fine, successful. I'm not talking to my father, and I see his wife, and his wife, are talking, they're talking, and I'm just kind of like sitting there, Got no real problem. I mean, clearly, I'm not like mad or anything, not like whatever, but I think the situation kind of sucks, which it does, and, just takes energy. I'm just kind of tired, but, keeping myself entertained with thoughts of you ever think about like different thoughts or whatever, and you're like, well, in reality, I don't know how that's gonna work out. There's a certain situations that require a certain degree of adultness that I'm either lacking in or simply not caring about. Should I say, when I start to think about reality and like bigger picture of things, I realize, me just staying by myself, doing my own thing, and doing the things basically the way I've always been doing them. There's plenty of reasons to disagree with myself as far as my own development and growth as a person. I can very easily argue with myself for my decision making. But so those thoughts I entertain. Just stick to the same old, I guess. Oh, same old, same old. But I do want to branch out a little bit, try different things, new. But it's like for me, because of my life and things about me. Um, I don't. I don't. I mean, part of me is like, well, if I'm just laying down in bed, it's nice to have something to think about sometimes if I'm wanting to do that. The complexity of things is keeps my brain, my mind entertained. My grandparents, I think my grandma was going to go take a nap. My grandfather's entertaining my cousin, talking about his railroad display that he's been creating, model railroading, and they're over there talking, and I've got quite the headache, and but complexity. I mean, it ain't that complex. I mean, it's very simple, just to especially for me, where I'm just like, well, I'm just gonna do what I want. Yeah, but as a so-called superhero, to do that is not so easy. But there are things I want to do, have fun, hang out with people, things like that. Enjoy life, have a picnic. A lot of that stuff I wouldn't do by myself. So that's the kind of mentality. That's where my brain is at. It's like, hey, as an example, I would like to go on a picnic, but I can't. It's one of those things. I think it'd be good for me to go on a picnic with somebody, like that. But clearly, it gets just complicated really quick. I feel kind of like it's kind of funny that I say this, but I kind of feel like I'm royalty. You ever see like those TV shows or whatever? Like I'm obviously not that famous. Like clearly, it's like but I still have those feelings of just like, well, it's if there's a royal person wanting to go do something, it's not like it. It does get complicated, right? Like, I'm not saying I'm royalty. I'm not saying that, but it feels. I get that. Trying to relate how I feel to something. That's just what I'm thinking about. don't know. I'm pretty irritated. I got this headache, like I said, but I think I'm just gonna take a nap. Hopefully, feel better. Feel better. So that's what I'm gonna do. I appreciate y'all for watching and letting me talk. As I've said many times before, these videos are very helpful for me. And all right, I'll talk to y'all later.